Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and the worst of all.
What is going on, guys? I am back with yet another RCT3 park tour, and this time it's of a classic custom scenario park that's been on this game ever since 2016, which is like before Coaster Plus Music 19 even existed, which is pretty cool. And so anyways, let's just go inside the park. So the first thing you'll see when you enter Mr. Lykins Park and when you're about to enter is this photo spot right here. Let's just take a second to admire how pretty this photo spot is. Oh my god, you can view some of the park from there. And yeah, so anyways, you'll also get some street lamps followed by an array of trees and cacti and whatever those are called and all that. And so anyways, here is the gyrator type ride I have here. And here's the Insanity type ride, Barnstormer right here, and the aquarium I added. And here's the Sky Squat type ride. And here's the giant slide. I remember adding this to the park on July 16th, 2016. And it was like a part of like a 10 weekend plan I had for this park back in the summer of 2016 that lasted throughout the whole summer. I remember a couple of the rides that were part of it, and including this. And so anyways, here is the giant wheel, and here is Loop the Loop, and here is the laser battle, and the lion show, and the 3D cinema, and the twirler, and the zipper, and here is a restaurant called Mr. Xander's, and you can see, and here's the inside of Mr. Xander's. And yeah, so here's another array of plants, as you see, followed by trash cans and restrooms and street lamps. And so anyways, here's another array of trees followed by followed by one of my wooden coasters called the Molly Mittman. I actually have 2 wooden coasters at this park. And so anyways, here is the octopus type ride. And here's the other one I was telling you about. That's why I told you I have 2 wooden coasters at this park. And so anyways, this one is called Tornado Punch. And here is the umbrella stand, and the planetarium, and the twister type ride, and Dodge'em, and Spin Doctor, and Spiral Slide, and here is Gavin Keenholt's Moon Bounce, and the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, and the Snake Helter Skelter, and the Teacups ride, and the Flounder, and the Odd Icy ride, and here is the monster ride and the merry-go-round. Let me just add some music to spice up the mood. Just give me a second. And there we go. And here is the flying saucers type ride. And here is the dinosaur go-around type ride. And the buffalo roundabout. As you can see, I made a whole kiddie area. And I forgot to show you this. This is my kiddie coaster called the Gavin Boots Express, and it's so fast you wouldn't even be able to tell it's a kiddie coaster anymore because of how fast it's going. And did I already show you the teacups? I might have, but if not, then here it is. And anyways, the kiddie coaster the kiddie area I made at this park is called like Planet Gavin Keenhold or something. Oh, I was right. Thank you, sign, so much. And so anyways, here are a bunch of like roses and stuff, and here is the Splash Boats type ride I added here called the Mr. Webster. I remember adding this one the 1 week before I added Giant Slide. And so anyways, here's the Phoenix Twister, and the motion simulator, and the robot arm type ride, and the Thunderbobs type ride, and the pounding surf, and the karaoke concert, and the alley run, and the riptide. And here's the reptile and amphibian house, and here's the chaos type ride right next to it, along with the drink stand right next to the chaos. And here are a bunch of log benches, as you can see. And here is I forgot to show you this. This is the topple tower type ride. Thank God I remembered to show you that, because I remember adding this ride back on a good day in June and having like a whole like media day for it back then. Oh my God, I did so much for this ride when I added it to Mr. Lykins Park. And now I add it to almost every single one of my parks. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. And so anyways, here is the power boat type attraction. And here is the water park called Soaksea Water Park. And here is a deformed water slide complex called Mr. Krau's Pit. And anyways, both of those slides right there are called Mr. Krau's Plank. And both of those water slides are called Mr. Krau's Revenge. And here is a body slide that's part of it called Mr. Krau's Drop of Doom. And so anyways, here are a bunch of diving boards and other stuff you'll find on the deck of this water park that you typically find at the deck of my water parks nowadays. And so anyways, here is my bowl slide I made called the Nail Polish. And so anyways, and here is my tube slide called the Diapers. And here's a better view of the diapers, by the way. And so anyways, here is first aid, followed by an ATM and a bunch of other path extras. And here is like the fun TV feature I added in the queue line of the Fear, which is a clone of an Intimate Impulse coaster I showed you I showed you at like Ariana's and Cat Jack. Yeah, it's a clone of the one at Ariana's. That's how the Fear all started, at Ariana's. Ariana's was the first park to get the Fear, and sorry if I'm stuttering. I'm just trying to tell you that Ariana's was the first park to get the Fear, and then I added it at Cat Jack and Mr. Lykins Park. And so anyways, here is the Insect House and the Enterprise type ride, and the drop tower right here called Caitlin Canotti's Drop. And here are a bunch of flower beds. And here is the Mirror Maze type attraction, and the Spin Doctor, if I didn't already show you, and Dodge 'em and Twister. I may have already showed you those. And so anyways, here is the Discus and the Chair Swing, and here is the Gallows Swing, located right next to the Fear. And so anyways, the Gallows Swing is right between the cacti and the palm trees. And here is my top scan it's just called Top Spinner. And so anyways, here is the Gravitron type ride, along with a bunch of roses and the bucking bull and the flying carpets. And here is my B&M dive coaster called Wowie Wee Wah. And here are a bunch of trees, followed by my Top Star type ride. And let's make sure I didn't forget to show you anything I might have. But here is the Nocturnal house I have, along with an attempt of some sort of haunt thing. And here's a bunch of like foliage I showed you before. And as you can see, I added a lot of foliage here, which is good. And let's make sure I didn't forget to show you anything else. Here's the Lasso type ride, and here's the Disco and the Meteorite. If I haven't showed you those two rides yet, well, here they are. And here's the Claw of Doom type ride, And yeah, so that is my tour of Mr. Lykins Park and Soak City Water Park. I had so much fun touring this place today because it just brings back so many memories just being on here. And so, anyways, reply to me your thoughts on this RCT3 park tour, and make sure to stay tuned for a lot more of these coming in the near future. And I will see you in the next